Sometimes the biggest stories in tech aren't the ones with flashy headlines or billion-dollar price tags. They're the quieter ones, the small announcements that actually tell you something really important about community, passion, and having principles. And today we're going to dive into one of those stories.
So, at first glance, this is a pretty simple announcement. There's a small online conference happening in late 2025. It's for a piece of software that's been around for decades. Now, in the tech world, where everything moves at light speed, that might sound, well, a little behind the times.
So you're probably asking, okay, why are we talking about this? What's the real story? Well, it turns out this little conference says a whole lot about a completely different way of looking at technology, at community, and at what's truly valuable.
All right, so let's start by digging into what this conference is even about. And you're going to see pretty quickly it's not just about software, it's about a feeling.
Okay, here are the nuts and bolts. The event is called Emacs Conf 2025. It's all online, happening December 6th and 7th. And it's the annual get-together for users of a program called GNU Emacs.
Now, if you've never heard of GNU Emacs, that's totally fine. The simple explanation is that it's a text editor. But that's kind of like calling a Swiss Army knife just a knife. For the people who use it, it's this incredibly powerful, endlessly customizable environment that's built up an unbelievably dedicated community over many, many years.
And this right here, this quote, gets to the absolute heart of it. Notice what they call it. It's not the conference about the features of Emacs. They call it the conference about the joy of GNU Emacs. That tells you everything. This isn't about selling a product, it's about celebrating something they all love.
But that sense of joy is built on something even more fundamental. The conference itself is founded on a really powerful principle, and it's one that sets it apart from pretty much every big tech conference you can name.
This is a direct quote from the organizers, and it's the key to this whole thing. They are completely committed to the philosophy of free software. And they're not just saying it. Every single tool they use to run this conference, from the streaming platform to the website, is built with free software.
So what does that really mean? Well, most of the software we use every single day is proprietary. The code is a secret, a big corporation is in control, and a lot of the time, our data is the real product. Free software is the complete opposite. The code is open for anyone to see and change. It's controlled by a community, not a boardroom. And you, the user, are a participant, not a data point to be sold.
And this idea of community control isn't just a nice thought. It's actually how the entire conference gets put together.
Just listen to the way they phrase this. This doesn't read like a press release from a PR department, does it? It's a genuine, open invitation. They are literally asking for help from anyone who wants to see the event succeed.
So this is the crucial difference. There is no big company with a multi-million-dollar event budget behind Emacs Conf. It's organized, it's promoted, and it's run entirely by volunteers, the very same people who use and love the software they're celebrating. And this isn't some vague idea either. They lay out exactly how you can get involved. You can join public mailing lists to talk about ideas. You can chat with organizers in real time on IRC, a classic internet chat system, or you can just help spread the word. This is what digital grassroots organizing looks like.
Okay, so let's pull all these pieces together and ask the big question. In the grand scheme of things, why does this small, volunteer-run conference actually matter?
So let's recap what we've got. A pretty niche conference for a program that's been around forever. It's put together by enthusiasts who aren't getting paid, and it runs completely on technology that puts user freedom above everything else.
In our world today, which is so dominated by massive tech companies, an event like this represents something, well, quietly radical. It's a powerful statement for community over commerce. It proves that passion and longevity can exist in tech without needing venture capital. It's what it looks like to actually put your principles into practice, a real commitment to digital freedom when that idea feels harder and harder to find.
And that really brings us to the final thought here. The story of Emacs Conf was never really about a text editor. It's a story about endurance, about community, and about conviction, and it kind of makes all of us ask, in a digital world that changes every single second, what's the real value of holding on to our principles?